Demond Wilson, the actor best known for portraying the patient and long-suffering Lamont Sanford on the classic sitcom Sanford and Son, has died at the age of 79. His death marks the loss of a performer whose calm presence helped balance one of television's most chaotic and memorable characters and whose work quietly reshaped American sitcom history. Wilson passed away on January 30, 2026, following complications from cancer, according to a statement from his publicist. While his name may forever be linked to one role, his life extended far beyond a single show, spanning military service, faith leadership, writing, and decades of influence both on and off the screen. Born Grady Demond Wilson in Valdosta, Georgia, and raised in Harlem, New York, Wilson grew up surrounded by culture, discipline, and performance. And he studied dance and appeared on stage at an early age, developing a work ethic that would later define his career. Before acting became his profession, however, Wilson served in the United States Army during the Vietnam War, where he was wounded in combat. That experience shaped his worldview and instilled a seriousness that followed him into his creative life. Wilson's breakthrough came in 1972 when he was cast as Lamont Sanford, the sensible son of junk dealer Fred Sanford, played by Redd Foxx. Sanford and Son quickly became one of the most popular sitcoms of the 1970s and one of the first with a mostly black cast to achieve massive mainstream success. The show's humor was loud, confrontational, and often outrageous, but Wilson's Lamont was the steady center. His role was to endure insults, schemes, and emotional manipulation with restraint, intelligence, and quiet frustration. That contrast was essential to the show's success. Wilson played Lamont as a grounded, responsible man trying to build a better life while tethered to his father's chaos. His performance brought depth to the comedy and made the father-son relationship believable. Viewers related to Lamont not because he was flashy, but because he felt real. Behind the scenes, the show was demanding. When Fox temporarily left the series due to contract disputes, Wilson carried much of the burden, proving he could anchor the show on his own. Although Fox later returned, the experience left a lasting impression. Wilson later spoke openly about the emotional toll of television fame, saying that the work, while successful, was often exhausting. After Sanford and Son ended in 1977, Wilson continued acting, starring in short-lived sitcoms such as Baby I'm Back and The New Odd Couple. He also appeared in films and made guest appearances on television well into the 2000s. Yet over time, he grew disillusioned with the industry. In interviews, he said acting no longer felt challenging and required him to project enthusiasm he no longer felt. In the 1980s, Wilson made a decisive shift. He left Hollywood and became an ordained minister, dedicating his life to faith, preaching, and service. This was not a temporary retreat, but a complete change of direction. He also became an author, writing books focused on Christianity and a memoir reflecting honestly on his years in television. His writing revealed a man who valued truth over nostalgia and purpose over applause. In his personal life, Wilson was married to Cicely Johnston for more than 5 decades, and together they raised 6 children. He guarded his family's privacy carefully, choosing a quieter life centered on faith and responsibility rather than celebrity. Demond Wilson's legacy rests not only in reruns of a beloved sitcom, but in the example he set by walking away from fame when it no longer aligned with his values. As Lamont Sanford, he represented patience, dignity, and endurance. As a man, he lived those same qualities. His death closes a significant chapter in television history, but his work and the balance he brought to it continue to resonate with audiences across generations.